Hello, and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Thursday, September 10th, 2020. I'm Linda the Lightworker. I'm a shamanic practitioner, and I make these daily videos so we can all stay on our purpose-driven path, living up to those commitments we've made to ourselves, doing our best to live one day at a time, especially during this crazy time of COVID and whatever else is happening in the world. So if this is your first time here, thank you for stopping by. All the information about me and the tarot decks I use and oracle decks is down below in the dibbly-doo box. LindaTheLightWorker.com is my website, or you could email me directly, LindaTheLightWorker@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. All right, this week I'm working with a couple of different decks, but today I'm working with the Gregory Scott Tarot, which is a new deck just released. It's on Amazon. All the information down below. Mine's autographed. Look on the other side. It gives credit to the artist whose name is Davide Corsi. Anyway, I just love all the pictures. I got it autographed on both sides. It's exciting. All right, and it's a great deck. Okay, here we go. Wow. All right. Now, earlier in the week, we had this same card come forward, and this is the Three of Pentacles. Now, look at this chick, man. She is strong. Look at her muscles. She's got Michelle Obama arms there. Fantastic. Beautiful woman working it out, pounding it out. Look, she's nearly done with this. Is that what? She's building a shield, right? And we had the Three of Pentacles earlier in the week. And do you remember it was the person who was showing their work to perhaps a benefactor or an investor or someone coming forward? Well, here, this Three of Pentacles is, dude, she got the job and she is nailing it. She is literally focused and forging forward. So she knows what her value is. She knows how much what her fees are, so that she feels well compensated, and she knows how to protect herself. I'm seeing her wrist guards up, and I think of that as back in the day, in my childhood days, there was a television show that had Isis on it. Oh, mighty Isis, Isis, Isis. And she was this Egyptian queen who would come forward, this goddess, and she would fight crime or devils or I don't know, whatever darkness forces, but she would use her wrist, her cuffs, and that's what I'm saying. Choo choo. She's not punching, she's just like deflecting it. And look at her, she's got her wrist protected and strong. She's got her strength. She's focused on the task at hand. I love that she can handle the heat. She is working. So this is about forging forward, moving forward, keep going forward, working your craft, working at what you have accepted to do. She is like full blown. I don't know if that piece is sold, but I'll tell you what, that's going to be sold. That's awesome. All right, our second card is the Five of Swords. Now here, this card is a reminder that in life, we live on a planet of duality. There's good and evil, yin and yang, and masculine and feminine, and there are just these dualities that just happen on this planet. It's one of those fundamental laws. And here we have the winners and the losers. So as this is our second card, I really feel like our second card is all about how we can feel internally, where we are emotionally. And so the question is, where are you in this picture? Are you remembering a time when perhaps you had a failure and somebody was, when kids play ball or whatever, and at the end of the game, they're supposed to all go shake hands afterwards. But there are poor winners and there are poor losers. Now, and I'm not saying that you're a loser, but those poor winners, those people who take advantage and feel privileged to where they are without giving credit to the hard workers who have done all the work and effort. Look at how he's got his foot on that person's back. So what does this mean? Five of Swords, swords. Okay, the Suit of Swords is all about where we are in our heads, right? It especially represents the air signs, and those are Aries, Gemini, and Libra. So where we are in our head is the question today. Where's your head? When you're focused on your work, What are you thinking about? Are you thinking of, or do you have this much determination because you're like, I'll show him or I'll show them? Or, do you have this amount of energy? Yeah, that's the only thing, right? Like you're overcoming that humility and that anxiety that can come with this humiliation. Now, the other part of this card I want to say too is for those of you who have been quite victorious, but maybe have been unkind to another. I'm thinking of, maybe in your former life, let's say you had a drinking career, right? And let's say in your former life, you were really unkind to maybe restaurant workers or whatever behavior that you had where there was unkindness. It's about recognizing where you are in this story and forgiving both parts, right? So if you were the recipient of this bad behavior, for myself, I'm reflecting upon a former employer who took advantage of the employees and really kind of, mocked them by just like pouring his wine on their heads, like, you want what I have, like so pretentious, so offensive, right? So the invitation here is for the injured party to do their healing work, but just pay attention where you are in this story of winners and losers, right? Nobody wants oh, well, I'm thinking of a current president and how they are unkind to others. Really pay attention to if you have behaved this way in the past or if you're still feeling victimized. The invitation is just to notice where your thoughts are while you're forging forward. Work, work, work. Because you know what come up next? You know what come up? It's one of our hot nights, man. I love these gingers. Here we got, he is working it out. He is, let's say you were the victim of this and you're angry at this boss or whatever. He is taking that aggression, that energy, and he's just chopping wood, carrying water, and he's just moving that energy out, still focused at the task at hand. Now, you know what? Like hard work, like doing this kind of physical labor, is really, well, it can do two things to the mind. It can help us to get that anger, that anxiety, that whatever negative voice that's been triggered in our minds out, or it can intensify it. Because look at those abs. I mean, those abs didn't come from like, oh, little piece of wood, I'm just going to smash you today. No, this guy is like, dude, that's your face, I'm smashing it up. So it's really moving that out. Oh, for some of you, oh gosh, there's been some bad stuff that's happened in the workplace. And let me tell you, one of my sisters went through something terrible and she didn't feel better until the day she went and smashed a ton of china. Now, she was in a special place where that's what they do to move that anger out. So I'm not saying you go smash something, but taking that energy and focusing it on a task will help you create the change you want in your life. And you know what I love about both these? Well, that's a hot couple right there. And they're both pounding it out, right? They're working, they're doing their craft, and they're nailing it forward. They're just moving forward. He's still chopping wood. But you know what? Winter's coming. And he's going to reap the rewards from that hard work because he's going to be warm. So he can take off his shirt and sit down and wait till I bring him his dinner, because I will joyfully do that. Just kidding. I love this deck. He is a gem, that Gregory Scott. I love his cards. All right, our final card today comes from the Denise Linn Sacred Travelers deck. I love this deck. All available down below. And here we go. We have the Crossing Bridges. I gotta turn and read this one. It says, it's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. It's releasing. It's about forgiveness, right? Releasing that so we can move that energy out. But it's really transforming that energy, because this guy, with his light in front of him, his magical being is headed into new lands, and he's crossing this bridge. That is the work, that effort that you're doing to get to a new place. This is about, there are new worlds on the other side. And even in this time of COVID, it really is a great time to do our emotional work, because when we come out on the other side, the world's going to be a different place. And thank goodness, maybe there is a rebalancing that's happening, because once we heal these old wounds of feeling less than, or oh my gosh, to all the people who are coming out of that pretense of really believing that they were better than someone else, having the humility to have compassion for that guy, that takes a little bit of work. But you know what? You can do it. Because when we do this big forgiveness work, after we've moved out that anger and that energy, when we do the big forgiveness work, we don't have to come back to that pain again. It puts it to an end. It really creates closure so you can move forward. You can do it. You can do it. I know you're ready for this. You're ready to heal those old wounds. Take your crafts with you, because you got the skills. You know how to make money. She's making her money. This girl knows how to make her coin. She knows how to make her living and how to create the life she wants now. She has the tools, and she is strong, and so are you. You can do it. It's exciting to heal. The interesting thing about forgiveness, and I mean radical forgiveness, the more forgiveness that we can extend towards others in our lives and our past, it just allows us to just simply move forward and grow and expand. And remember, that forgiveness work is for you. That is for you, so you can move forward. All right, my dear, that's our reading for today. What an exciting day for sure. Hard work, but you can do it. All right, if you're one of my new subscribers, thank you so much for being here. I do personal readings. I haven't really been promoting it lately because I've been quite busy, but I do have some time slots opening up. So if you would like a personal reading, let me know. Email me, or just check out my website. I'd love to see what's happening for you, because we can get through this together. All right. I love you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.